Hello, it is 8:30 and welcome on September 9th, 2020. Welcome to the weather update. It's been kind of a start off with some sun and then a lot more clouds and a couple of sprinkles in the afternoon. Got a couple of showers over the Jersey Shore and we're going to start seeing some wet weather. Move into our area looking at the current conditions around outside. 76 at Central Park, 74 at Farmingdale. It's pretty humid out there. Dew point 69, not all that hot, but pretty humid out there. So we got a lot going on once again, and I guess we're going to get started with the tropics, of course. And I want to bring your attention to the satellite image here, because it really appears something is starting to form off the east coast. In this particular area, you can really see some really impressive convection going on right here. Um, this looks pretty impressive. This convection area of convection over here, and the Hurricane Center does have this marked, I believe, as an area of interest. So that's where we're going to go next. Is the National Hurricane Center, and I guess that would be it. This disturbance right here, a small low pressure area located about 240 miles southeast of Wilmington, North Carolina, has become less organized. I don't know if I agree with them because it looks pretty organized in that satellite imagery. I don't know. They've been downplaying this season the whole time, and I have to wonder if our orange monster leader in chief is somehow responsible for that. Because he doesn't believe in climate change. You know that already. So anyway, all right, don't mix the politics in here. Let's talk about the two storms we do have, and that is Paulette and Rene, both tropical storms. So we're going to first start with Tropical Storm Paulette. All right, this is the map of Paulette, and you can see this is the one we've got to worry about as it gets closer to us. It looks like it has it staying a tropical storm and hitting Bermuda. But however, their forecasts have always been, I think this thing's going to become a hurricane. I don't agree with them. All right. With these above normal water temperatures, it's fairly maintaining its strength. It's staying around 60 miles an hour, moving west northwest at 10. So let's take a look at uh, the Paulette forecast. They say they're forecasting it to weaken and then re-strengthening, and then re-strengthen by early next week. Let's go to the public advisory number 12 here for Paulette. Paulette forecast to weaken. That's according to them anyway. We'll look at the models and we'll see about that because we have above normal water temperatures. So as of 5 p.m., 20.5 north, 47.4 west. It's located about 1,305 miles east of the northern Leeward Islands. Maximum sustained winds are 60 miles an hour, moving west-northwest at 17 miles an hour. Minimum central pressure is pretty low, 996 millibars, 29.42 inches. The tropical, this is a large storm too. They extend outward up to 240 miles from the center. Tropical storm force winds. Okay. Tropical storm Rene. Now let's go to this one here. Public advisory number 11. Tropical storm Rene, located at 18.0 north, 32.7 west, about 590 miles west northwest of the Cabo Verde Islands. Maximum sustained winds 40 miles an hour. West northwest it's moving west northwest at 13 miles an hour. Minimum central pressure 1,003 millibars at 29.62 inches. And this is a much smaller storm. The tropical storm force winds extend outward up to only 45 miles from the center. Let me look at our map for Paulette here. So this is I'm sorry, not Paulette, Rene. So this is Rene, all right, and they do have it strengthening to a hurricane. I think both of them are going to become hurricanes. This is one hell of a season, I'll tell you. And then we've got the two other storms that we have to watch too, that are over here. That this could become something, and certainly when we look at the satellite, you could see this is having the look of something getting together right here. I don't even know if this is 240 miles off the coast or not, but this is something we're going to see more and more due to climate changes. Tropical storms and hurricanes forming right off our coasts due to the above normal water temperatures. Let's go to tropical tidbits. We're going to go ahead and look at some other satellite images here. So this is Tropical Storm Paulette. Still maintaining a good amount of convection there. So still looks like it's maintaining its strength to me. We'll see if it actually weakens or not. Let's change this over to, let's look at the models. All right. So these are the models that kind of indicating that all they go out to is this far here. But you can see that their general northwest movement. Some of them take it and recurve it out. Some of them don't. So that's the Paulette guidance. We can also look at the intensity guidance here. Yeah, see, this is what I mean. I think the Hurricane Center is playing it too. I think this is going to become a hurricane. All right. A lot of the models, they look at history, but we are in uncharted waters with our climate right now. All right, let's check Rene. This is Tropical Storm Rene here. Waiting for this to load here, and you can see this thing is getting itself together. And you see some good convection going on here, the cloud tops. So both of them look like they're on track to become hurricanes, in my opinion. Let's go ahead and look at 94L Invest. That's this one right here. Yeah, this is the one off the coast. I think it's 94L Invest. That's 94L Invest, and then there's 96 West Invest. All right, that's further out. Wow, what can I say? Well, it says here, watching 4 more tropical systems in the Atlantic. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. And then we got the earthquake that happened last night in New Jersey. I didn't feel it, but a lot of people did. And this is an article about it. It was terrifying. Locals react to the Freehold earthquake. They heard what sounded like a very loud clap of thunder. So it was unusual. Most earthquakes you think are just shaking, but this actually sounded like a sonic boom almost. And this person said it felt like someone threw their house to the ground with tremendous force. So it was a terrifying blast in Freehold Borough. This is the epicenter of it. They thought it was a bomb, according to this article. They searched outside, went to the basement. Nothing had fallen. But it turned out to be a 3.1 magnitude earthquake lasting for about 3 seconds in the area of East Freehold. According to the USGS, locals around across Monmouth County later described scenarios not unlike Maya's. Houses shaking amid sounds of thunder at approximately 2 in the morning. Somebody thought a plane hit their house. There were a lot of calls from the sheriff's department, 125 calls within a half an hour. Luckily, no power outages or service interruptions from this, but there were 6,900 responses from residents who felt the quake. And some people felt like they thought they felt it on Long Island. This is a map. I didn't feel anything, but maybe some people closer to the South Shore, maybe Southwest Nassau did. Parts of New York City, Brooklyn, Staten Island, middle of Jersey, and maybe in Toms River, though. I think, like I said, it was mostly felt in this Monmouth County, Middlesex County area in New Jersey. But absolutely crazy that you have an earthquake. And then you have this, of course, this relentless wildfire danger that's going on out west. And we're going to look at the satellite imagery here. This is an unprecedented fire event, said Oregon Governor Kate Brown. Growing fires across the state. There are many fires. These fires are the size of the state of Connecticut, some of them. And Washington town was devastated. A town in Washington state said Tuesday, fire scorched 330,000 acres in a 24-hour span, a number that is higher than what was burned in 12 of the 18 fire seasons in the state. Like Brown, he noted the unparalleled nature of the wildfire outbreak, and those are two governors that realize the importance and the devastation that climate change is causing. It's really scary. See, this is the lightning that's occurring off we got to have to the East Coast. Like I've said before, the East Coast is getting more tropical. The West Coast is getting drier, and that's what we're seeing, and that's all due to climate change. Let's go ahead and look here. And of course, there are people out there that don't believe in climate change. They think that this isn't caused by climate change. You can't. Oh my God! Look at all this smoke. So look at all the smoke that's coming off the West Coast right now. Let me put the coastlines in here so you can see what's going on. This is incredible here. Look at I have never seen so much, and the color of it being brown like it is. Usually smoke is like gray. I don't know why it's got that brown color to it, but this is unbelievable. And it's covering the whole West Coast, and you can see this smoke is probably going to go all the way up to the Arctic. You know it will. And I have never, ever seen so much smoke ever emanating from any part of the world, for that matter. I remember when they had the Siberian wildfires. This is even worse than that. This is unprecedented. And this is a climate emergency. And nobody's talking about it. And you see the smoke has made it over in our area, too. We're noticing the bad air quality, too. So we are in dire straits. And I'm doing another video talking about this because this climate crisis is no joke. Even I have been distracted by little things going on in my town, which I need to put aside because we are in a state of emergency with our climate right now. All right. So let's go back to our models here and take a look and see what is going to be happening here, because we're going to be having to watch the tropics, obviously. So I'm going to change this to the North American view. That's so we can get a better idea. We're going to go to the upper air here. We're on the GFS now. All right, so as we go on the right, see that ridge across the east coast there. You see that cutoff trough in the Midwest. And you see the tropical systems too. This, I imagine, would be Paulette. I'm assuming that would be Paulette. So it does recurve Paulette out away. All right. Assuming that would be Paulette, or unless that's something else that develops. No, I'm thinking that would be Paulette. And then it does weaken it. The model, I don't know if that is Paulette. I don't think that is Paulette. I think this is Rene. This is something new that forms. That recurves out. This is Paulette down here, I think. And now it's taking it further south. And then recurving it, having it hit Florida, and then, it's going up the East Coast. So, yeah. So that's what I mean. We got to keep an eye on it. We are not out of the woods by a long shot, because when you look at this upper air pattern, you see there are a couple of troughs that come down. You'll see one come down next week. But then the ridge, you see that Atlantic ridge just kind of wants to come back a little bit there. There's no real deep trough. And then when there is, look at it, it connects it up and brings it right up the East Coast. So this is really, it's almost kind of reminiscent of Isaias a little bit there. So yeah, this is what we got to worry about. All right, let's look at the European. So this is the European. So you can see it forms that system there. That one, well, we only go out to September 19th. This one stays far away from us. But we've got to, like I said, we got to keep watch here. So let's go to the GFS now. We'll go to the CONUS view, and we will go to our surface view and take a look and see what we're going to be having. So you can take a look. You see that ridge offshore. We're going to be in that tropical flow. Front approaching. It's going to be a wet day tomorrow. Possibly some heavy rain. High builds down from the north, hopefully bringing us nicer weather later Friday into Saturday with lower dew points. But then the tropical air comes back. Here's this storm right here. I don't know if that is Paulette or not. I'm thinking that would be Paulette. No, it might be something that just forms, because Paulette is a little further out than that. Because if you look at the Hurricane Center map, Paulette's all the way over here. So I'm trying to figure out which one that is. You know what? Because, you know what? It makes it hard because I can't see the whole ocean. So let's go ahead and actually go to North Atlantic here so you can see the whole ocean. This way we don't get all confused here. There's so many storms, it's easy to lose track of them all right? So let's go ahead and look at this. So here we are. This is Paulette. This is Rene. All right, I think. So this is Paulette. That gets blocked, luckily, and it's steered back out to sea. Rene kind of just gets stuck and then dissipates and then gets maybe pulled up. Then we have two other storms here. We have another wave over here. This is the one. So it's an unnamed wave that we have that hasn't even formed yet, that it's bringing up toward our area. I knew that's, yeah, so it's not even Rene and Paulette we got to worry. We got about this one. So, I mean, and this would take it right up the East Coast like in an Isaias fashion. So this is really disturbing. Of course, this is a way out, September 4th, 24th forecast, but this looks a lot like Isaias here. So, yeah, look at that. Wow, that would bring some one hell of a wind. So this is Friday morning, September 25th. Let's just, for giggles, though maybe not for giggles. Maybe this is going to happen. Yeah, this doesn't look good at all. So this would be like an Isaias type of track again for us. What can I tell you? We are in some crazy times here. And now the site just feels like being slow. So let's go to the NAM. We're going to probably see the site slow down again because... So let's go to the NAM here and let's look at our precipitation. Well, before we get all worried about that, we got to deal with them tomorrow, right? So here we go into tomorrow when you'll see some showers and thunderstorms develop. Nothing severe, I don't think. The SPC hasn't given us any risks or anything, but there could be some heavy rain. So it's going to be kind of a rainy day tomorrow. It's not going to be a nice day, but then the drier air moves in and it should get better. We will look at the HRRR2. I don't have enough of the zeros yet. I'm going to have to look at the 18Z. Oh, I can't get the 18Z. All right, well, we got the 23Z, but that's not really going to take us that far out. It only goes to 18 hours. You can see the showers and thunderstorms over our area, so they'll be popping up as we're in this deep tropical air. So let me go back to the NAM and we'll go ahead and look at the dew points on this. And then we'll go to the GFS. So you can see all that humid air there. The good news is they don't seem to be developing that thing off the coast into anything to worry about, but maybe it will. So dew points get well into the 70s tomorrow. It's going to be really humid and sticky. And here comes that front. Dry air comes in later Friday into Saturday. But then you can see what happens. The humidity already starts coming back later on Saturday because we're starting to get that return flow already. So the high's sliding by to our north. It's not really coming straight down. So this is the GFS, and it's even slower with getting the drier air in here. So this front's going to get hung up just to our south for the weekend. And then we're back into the humidity again. And then a much stronger front comes through next week. And that'll bring us some really nice dry air. So that's what it looks like from there. So let's go to look at the temperatures. So here are the temperatures for tomorrow. Probably not very warm because the sun won't be out. Probably mid to upper 70s, but very, very humid. Very tropical feeling out there. Plenty of clouds for your Friday. Probably around 80 degrees with humidity dropping throughout the day. And then Saturday should be a nice, comfortable day with temperatures and probably only in the low to mid 70s. And then we'll start to see maybe it creep up a little bit on Sunday there. But after that, yeah. But that AMS come from the middle of next week. We'll have highs only in the 70 to 75 degree range until we start getting back into the warmer flow again toward the end of the week. But even then, it won't be that warm. We're in September now, so the temperatures aren't quite as hot as they were. But, I mean, if we pull this all out, or we'll look at the cloud cover, and then I want to pull this all out, and I'll show you my point about the climate changing across the country. So you can see, again, there's that plenty of clouds, plenty of tropical flow there. Here's Friday. We try to get this front through. Maybe we can eke out a mostly sunny day on Saturday before the cirrus comes in on us, and then we'll be dealing with the clouds, and we'll have to wait until next week for a more substantial push of air to hopefully finally clear us out and give us some really nice weather next week. Hopefully, it looks like a lot of clear days next week, so that's good because we've been dealing with a lot of clouds and hazy skies too. So let's go look at the I'll change this regions to the CONUS, and I'm going to change this to dew points because I want you to look at something here for a minute. So you'll see what the issue is. The whole East Coast generally is tropical. And this is the pattern that we have here, is that the West Coast is just getting drier and drier, and the East Coast is just getting more and more tropical because the jet stream is getting weaker and wavier and more diffuse. So when we pull up to the upper air and we go ahead and we look at the upper level, so I'm going to go to the North American view, and this all relates to climate change. So that's not what I want. I want 250 MB wind. This shows the jet stream. Now, what do you notice about the jet stream? It's a weak, wavy mess. And the jet stream is powered by the difference in temperature between the poles and the equator. And as the Arctic warms and we have Arctic amplification, the jet stream is getting weaker and weaker and weaker. And so we have these crazy patterns that have developed. And we're seeing more and more of that. And it's going to continue as we deal with the effects of climate change. So for those who think that all these crazy things going on this year, between all the tropical storms and all the fires out west, have nothing to do with climate change, they're dead wrong. They are dead wrong. It has everything to do with climate change. So that's been my video. Have a great night, and I'll keep you posted on everything going on with this crazy year that we are in here. But the thing to fear is not the coronavirus. The thing to fear is climate change, and that is the number one thing that we should be talking about on a national level, and sadly we're not. So that's going to be it for this video. Take care, and thank you for watching.